So look, so we have. If you could see me on the thing, which you can't. Okay, we have Gary Shinks with us. Gary Shinks is a friend of the Garcias de la Torres. Everybody knows. Everybody who should be anybody knows who Gary Shinks is. Gary, go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are to this family, and then we'll get started with the questions.
My name is Gary Schenk, and I've been knowing this family since I was crawling.
Right. Okay, that's good. Yeah, myself included. I will say this, when you're talking to Mike, try to put it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So, we're getting everybody's take on NIL. We want to know, there's positives and there's negatives, and we want to get your take on the NIL that's going on these days. Is it, what is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? Is it the same stuff that's been going on for the last 50 years?
No, it's not the same stuff.
Okay.
It's bad. It's ugly. What's wrong with a kid going to a university and getting only a free education? And that's the way it all started. Sure, they got little under-table deals that goes on. It goes on everywhere. But this stuff, like Joey told me of this Manning kid being worth $7 million to Texas, and that's what he's going to be getting over there. That's crazy. I can understand a kid going there because he wants to get a good education, a good free education for playing ball, but come on, $7 million. That's pro then.
He's not even thrown a pass at the collegiate level, so I don't see how he should get anything but a free uniform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that taken into consideration, so you're basically saying that you don't really like what's going on.
I don't like it. I'm just too old school. Sure, the boosters are going to give kids stuff.
Now, recruiting wars have always been going on.
Always, yeah.
So there's nothing new to me about how much these schools are vying for these kids. And what I've been trying to say the whole time is that has this been going on the whole time and now we're just finally getting the reality of it?
Yeah.
Or is it something new with the money and the deals that they are able to get with these corporate sponsors? Like my take is this. This has been going on for at least 30 years, 40 years.
Oh, yeah, easy.
So what is the difference now, and how is this going to impact the kid, not just the kid himself, but the kid's family, and then how hard he plays, and is he going to get hurt, and what are the contracts? Is this a contract? So you have to get out there and score 8 touchdowns?
Right.
Or make 30 tackles?
Yeah, if a lawyer's sponsoring you, let's call it sponsoring, if a lawyer sponsors you, does he own you the rest of your pro career?
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. That's a good question. Now, that is a good question.
No.
All right, we're going to move along in the conversation because time really and truthfully is short. So we're looking at some of the early big games on the horizon, or big games, period. You being an LSU fan, me being an Oklahoma fan. I said Oklahoma, Nebraska. Somebody else said LSU, Florida State. If there's another big game on the horizon this season that you could say would determine who gets to the playoff or who should get in the playoff or whatever, what game do you think that would be? Even if it's your team, now, then you could straight up say, oh, that game right there. Oh, LSU, Alabama, or LSU, Auburn.
Joe, I'm so lost with all these portal transfers and stuff. I don't know who's on whose team. And the only thing that sticks out in my mind right now, I am an LSU fan, but the only thing that sticks out in my mind right now is Oklahoma, Texas.
Well, I thank you for saying that. I definitely thank you for saying that. I think that's very small on the grand scheme of things in the landscape of college football. Now, if you remember back a month or so ago, they had Jimbo Fisher and Saban had a beef going on. They were talking about recruiting wars. They were talking about NIL. They were talking about, all the weird stuff that's actually going on. If you could, do you want to pick a side? Do you want to say who's right? Because I think they're both clowns.
Yeah, well, I don't know about calling them clowns. I think they're both they're having a little pissing contest, and just trying to two big bullies on the block. We're just trying to outdo one another and out-talk one another. And anyway, I'm going to stay out of all that, but it gets down to one coach or another. As far as respect, I'll always go with Saban.
Yeah, I got to go with Saban on that one. Now, conference realignment has been a thing. It's going to continue to be a thing until they get 4 major conferences. They're going to blend all the conferences in. Everybody's going to get a shot at it. If you have anything to say about conference realignment, they're talking about ACC and Pac-12. They're talking about Pac-12, Big 12. They're talking about Big 10 and Pac-12. They're talking about everybody and their mama trying to join the SEC.
Yeah.
What do you see on the horizon for, let's just say, conference realignment?
Well, as far as conference realignment goes, I'm totally against it. I want things to stay as normal as possible. I know we're letting some other teams into the SEC and other conferences are letting other teams in, but as far as a total realignment, man, Joe, that makes my head spin.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, I don't really know where it's all going, but it's all about TV rights. It's all about TV deals, and it's all about the commercialization of college football, because what they want is an 11 o'clock big marquee game, a 3 o'clock big marquee game, a 7 o'clock big marquee game, and believe this or not, a 9 o'clock big marquee game between a Big 10 school or a Pac-12 school or an ACC school or a Pac-12 school, because they want those people to stay up late and watch football all day.
It all gets back to that dirty dollar.
That dirty dollar, exactly. So let me see. I had my playoff contenders. I had Utah, Oklahoma. I had Georgia, Alabama. I had Clemson, Miami, or something like that. I can't even remember what I said at this point. I had Ohio State. So that top 10 teams that could contend for a national title. I don't think Michigan's going to do anything this year. That's just me. So let me get your playoff contenders, even if you don't know who's who. If you don't know, just give me who's going to be, if you had 4 major conferences, who's going to be your big dog out of each conference?
Big dog in SEC. I got to go with 2 in the SEC East and West. I got to go, Alabama, Georgia. We every year, heck, and Ohio State. We gotta throw them in just about every year. But as far as West Coast teams go, Joe, I really don't know much about West Coast teams.
I had UCLA and Utah.
Oh, really? Oh. Okay, well, I'll ride with you on that. I just don't know much about it.
No problem. So, all right, so here we are. It's July. It's hot as all get out. I want your honest assessment. Who's going to make the playoff? Top 4 at the end of the season. Who we got?
Top 4, I'm saying Alabama. I'm saying Georgia. I'm saying Ohio State. And, I'm going to throw Clemson in there. What the heck?
All right, mindful, you got 2 SEC teams in there.
Yeah, that's true, but isn't that possible?
That's very possible. I'm just saying you do have 2 SEC teams in there. So I'm just trying to.
Yeah, right. I understand.
If that's your top 4, we're going to roll with it.
Okay, buddy. Thank you.
So, look, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Oh, anytime.
This is probably going to air very soon, and we're going to probably get some more people in there. But I appreciate your 2 cents worth, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, man. Get them Garcia boys in here now.
Right, exactly. All right.
Bye.
All right.